Welcome back to another episode of House of Aquarius podcast. It is your favorite Aquarius here. Make a wish, back to bring you another one. Love Talk. Today we are talking about the Aries woman with the Sagittarius male. Alright, so hopping right into it. No shim sham shalabam going on right now. We have the cardinal sign of the Aries with the the mutable sign of Sagittarius. Alright, so we have fire signs. Both these are fire signs. If you listen to my previous stuff, you know that initially fire signs work well together because they're very complementary to each other. Same signs go very well together. Since we're talking fire signs here, it's going to be interesting to say the least. All right. Where shall we begin? Since one is mutable, one's one to change. That's the Sagittarius, open to new things, new ideas. And the cardinal sign is the initiator, like the big things happen, push things forward, drive. However, they both are starters and pushers and doing things because they're both fire signs. This Sagittarian male, all right, this is gonna be interesting. I'm thinking about it. This is reminiscing in my mind. This Sagittarius man. The good thing about this pairing is that both these signs really do love their independence and their freedom. In the situation, the Aries female, she will be more interested in tying down for a long-lasting relationship, especially when things get off the ground, get up and running. Because from the very beginning, these two have a innate chemistry that actually very fun-loving, very go-getting. In this situation, the Aries woman will actually really compliment the Sagittarian male in regards to giving a whole bunch of ideas and doing things. And like I said, being that the quick starter that they both are already, I would want to probably suggest that the Aries woman would be more the initiator of the new ideas, and the Sagittarian male will be more open to doing more things because he's a fucking Sagittarius. So why not? You know, that's what Sagittarians do. They would off to a great start since they are both willing to do things. Whenever the Sagittarius male has some good ideas, they come up by himself or talk with some other people he's around. Any kind of type business venture, like I said before about the Sagittarians, as they get older in age, they tend to become more open to doing more. Not necessarily open, actually a higher age, but let's say right before their mid-life sun sign gathering of 25-ish, tend to be more open to doing more entrepreneurial things. Having someone like the Aries woman behind them to help support and push and make them go forward to do things, because that's the Aries is known for doing, being very supportive, very passionate for the person they care and love about, and pushing the person to do more things further. They will always be on board to do things if they're willing to do things. And if the lover, their boyfriend, girlfriend, their spouse, whatever, is trying to do more things, more likely than not, the Aries woman will not be holding the man back. And that's actually what really helps keep this relationship going in the long run. It's the fact that they're both willing to go forward and do things together. Sagittarius has the ideas, and Aries will support and push him, this woman. The only thing here that could be a situation is that since both signs, we're talking sun sign only here, both signs have a tendency to not want to be always consistently pushing forward to drive through the tough times in regards to ideas and business pursuits, that kind of stuff, they could have an issue with getting things started and up and running and then giving up on them before they actually get too far into it being potentially successful, or stop before it happens. If it's not showing success immediately, to go forward with that thing, you know. In regards to that, I mean, aside from that, like I said, they can actually, if they actually get something up and running really, really well and push forward hard, they actually be very, very, very successful in regards to that. One thing that has to be careful, especially in the long term in these two signs, is that unfortunately Sagittarius has the moniker, the nasty, nasty nickname of being the whore. They're always constantly flitting from one love to the other. Not necessarily being bored, but they have Sagittarian itself, not necessarily the Sagittarian male, but Sagittarian itself has the very lighthearted in the way they love and they treat their relationships, and they like to be laid back, easygoing, relaxed, and when things get a little too hard, too tight, too restrictive, which is one thing that neither sign really likes, being restricted, controlled, Sagittarian tends to flitter away. It may not be necessarily outside the relationship, because they have the nasty term of being the whores in the relation of the zodiac. Adultery could be a thing that could happen, and especially for this relationship, that is one of the things you don't want to do, because Aryan woman here, one of the biggest things that she has issue with in regards to a long-term relationship is not at any point in time can you ever make the Aryan woman feel like she is not number one. And I can't necessarily say if that pertains to just the relationship itself, or if you're putting business before the relationship, or putting some other Sagittarian endeavor before the Aryan woman, if that will hold true or not. But definitely in a relationship, if you put any other woman above this Aryan woman, you will feel her fiery wrath, and hopefully you can absorb her fire, because that shit is coming full throttle. Don't want to deal with that. That's a big issue to deal with. However, when she is loving and giving you her all, 100% supportive, extra passionate, go out of her way to do things for you and all of the shit. One bad thing to worry about in this situation is because, again, this fucking nasty moniker, she's sun signs, is that Sagittarian and Aries are the two signs who always get the shit for being mean, too blunt, too unfiltered, direct, and some people can't take that shit. So, at any point in time in this relationship, the Sagittarian male or this Aryan female is getting or giving to the other person, if they ever get mixed up and get into some kind of verbal conflict, something gets said the wrong way, taken out of context, someone's gonna blow up and say some shit that the other one's not gonna like. In this relationship, and especially in the long term, there's gonna be a lot of potential for some very, very, very nasty, hurtful arguments. Not maybe necessarily hurtful, but they could hurt depending on the temperament and the mood at the time, you know. And that's one thing that is a possibility too. Like I said, depending on how the other places of the charts and the other people take it for the sensitivity level, there could be a lot of high drama in this relationship. And for the most part, neither sign has the tact to be able to restrain it, especially in public. that shit might blow up. What else these signs got? What is something to worry about for these signs? Oh, well, I mean, aside from that though, they actually have the ability to really be not hold each other back and be open to be able to be free. What Aries woman wants to do, or what her ideas, the Sagittarius male will be more often than not open to carry out. And where the Sagittarius male has some ideas to put into action, and the Aries woman will help support and get that shit going. In the short term, this relationship is actually really good, really nice. Because there isn't too much that is unappealing for each other in the short term. Like I said, both signs are very like the freedom. Especially the Sagittarius male is actually committed to a relationship and tied down. They both will get what they need from each other. Because one thing about Sagittarius males is they need that some kind of level of grounding. Try and not necessarily restrict them, but to help keep them from floating off everywhere. And with the Aries woman's normal temperament of trying to be controlling and domineering, that's actually one thing I meant to say earlier. That's similar to not necessarily an earth sign in regards to grounding people or grounding Sagittarians, but the Aries woman will actually have a lot more time where she's going to be trying to take the wheel and drive the ship whichever way it's going, you know. And for the most part, the Sagittarius male, unless he is, like I said, different placements in the chart are kind of restricting him from being so, will be open to letting her take the lead. And or not necessarily take the lead, but open to moving with her, the mutability part, you know. What else I touch upon? I'm trying to think what I missed here. Short term, like I said, this is a really great thing. They have a whole bunch of fantastic ideas, adventures going on. Actually, that's another thing too. They're both very supportive in regards to that. I can't stop saying that. Like, one thing that this pairing has very well for each other is they support each other to go do more things. Because they're actually the Aryan, actually both your signs, both do not like being bored. The Sagittarius is zodiacally known for not liking boredom at all, hating it, despising it. And both of these signs will hope keep each other constantly active, so that won't be an issue in that regard, you know. There may be issues in the long term though, because as I said, depending on the temperament and how people take things, there will be some butting heads, there will be some arguments, and sometimes people will be angry. Could be quite often, depending on how things go. If the Aryan woman can keep the Sagittarius man grounded enough to stay fully committed to the relationship, excuse me, that's the only issue that they really have. Like I said, the whole flittering thing for wanting to do more things, do more stuff. And as long as the Sagittarius male isn't doing too much socially with other people to make the Aryan woman feel as if she's not the most important person, female in his life, or the thing in his life, whatever. Aryans love to compete. And in the situation, she does not want to feel like she's second place. That's a big no-no for them. But I mean, aside from that, like, if things go extremely well with their adventures and their stuff they're going, this could be a very, very, very nice relationship in the long run. There are going to be some hurdles, there will be some up and downs. I'm trying to think of what else I missed. I feel like it's something I missed that, not necessarily critical, but something that's needed to be said. This pairing does work out very well for each other, very well. Short term is extremely well. Okay, they're both happy, both doing things together. both entertain each other. Long term, not as successful in the long term, but it has the potential to be so, depending on, like I said, on other placements of the chart, for how things work. I would say if I had to put a number on it for the long term, I'd say probably like 7 out of 10, 7.32 out of 10 for a chance to success. That's what, 72%. Let's see, something like that, give or take. I could be low balling it, could be high balling it. I'm not sure at the moment. I'm trying to think of some good numbers. But yeah, and honestly, that's actually a good pairing. Like I said, fire signs there, they actually complement each other very well. And the good thing about that is, as long as the passion in the every woman does not make the Sagittarian male feel too stuck or trapped in this relationship, that would be one of the best things they'll easily overcome. Aside from that, I think I really do believe I hit it all. I hit most everything I need. Nothing else coming up. So in that regards, I'm in it right there. Hope you guys actually enjoy this one, because the Aries and my Sagittarians need some love here too. I've realized that I haven't hit them enough on my love talks, but they're coming. Everyone's coming. I need to bring all these things back a lot more. So if you know someone who would enjoy this, share, like, subscribe, pass it around, you know, all the good jazz. As always, my friends, stay classy, be you, make a wish, out.